Let's take the nerves. Let's put them aside, and let's talk NBA. And we have just the man for the job. I'm very excited to bring him onto the show, as I am every time we get to work with him here on Tuesdays. A great friend of Peter and I's, someone we've worked with since the very beginning, and also a spectacular NBA expert. Please welcome from Compton, California, Wham Bam 3000. Wham Bam, what up?
Yeah, man. I feel good, bro. Happy to be here, man. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate the introduction. What's up, Pete? Man, what's going on?
It's going okay. It's going okay. Check out the look today. Not bad, TrotWam, right? Not bad. That's a nice little look, you know?
Love it. Very, very swaggish.
Yeah, street urchin-y.
Shout out to the chat.
Street urchin realness today here at Pub Sports Radio.
Nice. I like that. I like the look. It's fire, bro. Fire.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I knew you'd appreciate it.
Wham Bam 3030. We have Nasty Nate coming in and already giving us the Boston Celtics trifecta.
Of course.
We have BJ already moving on the two-team parlay, Celtics money line and Nuggets money line. And this is a big boy bet for our guy BJ. 4 units, and his units are 2.5 times the size of mine. So a 4-unit bet is $2,000. It's a big boy bet. Let's discuss this spot right now. East semifinals, game 5. The series is tied 2-2. Sixers, Celtics. Now, after we hear what you guys are moving on in this game, we must bring on another one of Boston's biggest fans, that being Jose Blow Me from the Back Bouquet.
Oh, great.
Woo!
TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. Let's go. We're going to start with the line history here for this one. We have Philadelphia opening up as 7-point dogs. They're now 7.5-point dogs. From a total perspective, it's opened up at 214.5 and is now 213.5. Let's move over to the cash flow for this spot here. NBA, Celtics, Sixers. 53% of the tickets, 80% of the cash on the Celtics. From a total perspective, 29% of the tickets and 84% of the cash on the under. This series is being played at a very slow pace. 91.86 possessions a game. That's right in line of what the Sixers have been playing all playoffs, 91.19 possessions a game. They were the 27th fastest team in the league according to pace this year in the regular season, 97.44 possessions a game. The Celtics were 20th fastest and 99.15, and they've been playing at 97.68. But this series has been very slow. The Wizards won game 4, 116-115 at home in overtime. James Harden, 42 points, 8 boards, 9 assists, hit that go-ahead 3 with 19 seconds left. It was impressive. He was 5 of 28 from the field in games 2 and games 3, but he got right. Embiid, 34 points, 13 boards, 4 assists in 46 minutes. Tatum, 24, 6 assists, 4 blocks, and 18 boards. Jaylen Brown, 23 points, 3 field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. So was Tatum. Tatum and Brown let the Sixers win game 4. They didn't take the game by the horns. Will they do it here? Pistol Pete Loshak, before we hear from Wham Bam 3030, are you moving on Sixers Celtics?
I do forest for the trees analysis of NBA even more than I do NHL forest for the trees analysis. But just looking at this, I know that both of Boston's wins have been by double digits, but the series is tied up 2-2. Now it's an intense friggin' series. Last game went to OT. First thought is, gotta think Philly getting all these points maybe is a decent play.
Well, let's hear what Wham Bam has to say. Wham Bam, take it away. East semifinals, game 5, Sixers Celtics.
Yeah, man. Obviously, the series, it gets tied now, and you look at this team in the Celtics. What are they going to do as far as bouncing back? What are they going to do as far as like you said, Jimmy? The players really didn't hold it down. And then as far as like you don't even have your best player in the series is Jaylen Brown, obviously. Jason Tatum is not the guy, but somehow, some way, Jason Tatum is still being forced down the stretch with this Boston team. So for me, I'm thinking I don't want to take the 7.5 just because I think it is a trickier game than it is. It's obviously a best of 3 series from here on out. The 76ers obviously know that they have to go all the way in with I feel like they have to go all the way in with James Harden, which they have been. He's already leading. He's leading the team in points. 28 points is averaging so far now with that explosive game that he had last game. Explosive game that he had in game 1. I think he has to continue to play like that. I do like his points, rebounds, and assists, the over 33.5. I didn't bet that yet. What I did bet in his game is the Celtics, though. I think the Celtics do keep going over the team totals in certain situations like this, being that they at the house. I like their team total to go over at 110.5. I think that the Celtics got guys already around. Like, Marcus Smart has been crazy as far as props. We've been cashing with him. I don't think you should go away from that. Continue to do that, especially being at the house. I know that they probably are pushing it up a little bit as well with the Marcus Smart stuff because he's been going crazy over his rebounds and assists, points, rebounds, and points and assists, things of that nature. So I like those. I like those looks as well. But the official play for me is going to be the Celtics team total over 110.5. I just think that they're going to get over this number. They have been able to average 116 points over the last 3 games in the series. I think this is a good spot for them to go over that. I'm not talking anyone off the full game over as well. I think the Sixers, if they have the recipe now to get points, what I mean? I think that James Harden is going to be the guy, especially if they continue to dump out to Embiid, double up Embiid. He's going to kick it out to James Harden, having those shots, catch and shoot situations. The reason why he won the game is in that situation right there. So I think that that's going to be a formula for the Sixers not to fuck up. I think Doc can't mess it up. He got some pretty good players on the other side. Joel Embiid still hasn't had a great game. I expect him to possibly have a good game too. So I wouldn't be mad at you taking the full game over. I just believe that the Celtics, it's maybe a smash spot. I kind of agree with Nasty Nate. I don't want to take the trifecta. I'm going to take the team total over 110.5 minus 115. If we get better than that, then that's solid. But that's what I got at.
Mally Mal's been loving the over since this show started.
I don't. I bet the game 2 under, and I think this falls under the exact same. I doubled up on the game 2 under, first half and full game. So I think a lot of the similarities here, and if that's the case, I should bet the Sixers team total under as well. I don't like betting dogs at this number on the under, but that's what I should do. I should bet first half under, full game under. This is just playing at too slow of a pace. It's just, and so again, you have to get efficiency from the Sixers, and if you get efficiency from the Sixers, this game goes over. If you don't get that efficiency, then they score 87 points and this game flies under like it did in game 2. So I am going to be betting the under. I'm just wondering now whether I double up on it because I don't think there'll be that efficiency in such a high intensity game, personally. But let's continue to discuss it. Let's bring on the star of the blow me from the back play of the day, Jose Sweet Tea Tits Bouquet. Talk to us about your feelings in game 5. Are you betting it? And what are your thoughts?
7.5 is steep. 7.5 is steep, but I know who's not showing up today. One James Harden. I did this the last time. The 76ers won game 1. I believe it was with one Billy Brisbane on the Thursday show, betting with Bouquet. I went bang, bang, cash both. James Harden, points under, Celtics first quarter. Easy money. James Harden, I know one, he's a baby back bitch. He's mentally weak. He's got nothing in his pants. Congratulations. You have a good game amongst your home fans. Good job. Jaylen Brown admitted he fucked up. You know what, Jaylen Brown? I can do the math. 3's more than 2 when you're up 2. Maybe you shouldn't give up a 3. I don't know. Jason Tatum. Maybe you shouldn't stick your thumb up your ass for the first 10 seconds of the shot clock and, take it too long and then pass it out to a Marcus Smart with fucking 0.2 seconds left on the clock. Maybe you shouldn't do that. Joe Mazzulla. Maybe you should call a timeout. I don't know. You don't have to now, Joe. Did you call a timeout at home with your wife? Did you lose the last one there? I don't know. Did he call a timeout getting choked out in judo? Who knows? The 76ers didn't fucking win that game. The Celtics just fumbled the bag. And that's even with the 76ers blowing a gigantic lead during that game. The reason they got that big lead, Jaylen Brown, 2 immediate fouls. They had to take him off of fucking fat boy James Harden. It's just the Celtics will win this game. 7.5 is steep. I'm not going to lay the 7.5, but I know James Harden's not showing up tonight. So give me the fucking Celtics first quarter. James Harden under points. No problems here.
Wow. With all of this insight, Pistol, what's your thoughts?
Well, first of all, Jose, in 2023, we don't punch down and make fun of mentally weak people, okay? In, 1995, sure. In 2023, we don't do that. All right, Jose Bouquet, we're not going to cancel you for it. We're just going to give you a warning. I don't know. 7.5 seems like a lot of points. I do trust Jose Bouquet if he says Harden doesn't show up. He seems to have a good read on this one. I think it's going to, if it cashes, and other people were saying that Boston's going to start out strong. But if it cashes and I don't make it official, I'll be frustrated. I'll take the bet online line. I'll take the Sixers first half plus 4.5 minus 105. It feels like the series has switched to being super close and competitive. And if it loses, that's okay. Bet online has Sixers first half plus 4.5 minus 105.
Sixers first half plus 4.5 minus 105. Celtics first quarter, I'll line shop there. But what's the Harden under points prop?
21.5 at under is minus 104 at our friends at Bovada. It was the same points actually as the game 2 as well. And I said then, I was like, wow, that's a little low. I was like, oh, fuck him. I don't care. I'm betting the under still. He's not going to do shit. Jaylen Brown's going to put him in prison. He's going to go to the federal penitentiary.
Jesus. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, and we all know what fucking baby back bitch Joel Embiid does. Average Al Horford puts him in a fucking mental facility. It took PJ Tucker coming in and yelling at him point blank, stop being a coward and shoot the basketball for them. PJ Tucker should win the MVP of this damn series. The and one yelling at Joel Embiid. That's the fucking most useful thing anyone on the 76ers has done in the last 3 years. If PJ Tucker was around for Ben Simmons, maybe they still have Jimmy Butler and fucking Joel Embiid instead of baby back bitch there too.
Wham Bam, put a bow on this breakdown. I'm going to be on first half and full game under in this one.
Lou Chase Fox agrees with it. He says, preach one hole, Celtics team total over.
I'm on that. That's the closeout for me, man. Team total over. The Celtics, I just think that they bounce back here, take the lead, and maybe not even cover the game, though, because I do think it's going to be competitive like Pete is saying. So team total over, Celtics 110.5.
All right, everything's coming together. Boston team total over. Mally Mal loving the over.
I'm on the other side of the full game total and first half total. This is so much like game 2 to me, and there's pressure here. There's pressure. This is going. The market's moving this towards the under when 71% of the tickets are on the over, but just 16% of the cash is on that over. And also, I know a lot of very good cappers were on the under in game 4. And that was going to, correct me if I'm wrong, Wham, that was going to go over even if it didn't go to overtime?
I believe it would have. Let me double check because I didn't have nothing on that total, bro.
By the way, just a quick mention while you guys are looking this stuff up real quick. I just want to say that I think I told Wham and you guys all that Celtics Lakers has been written in the stars since this playoffs has started. And if it is Celtics Lakers, I'm going to be needed to be held in somewhere. I'm going to be an insane person for that week. And I'm going to be very out of pocket. So I'll apologize now, Wham. But when I'm saying these things, just know I'm not apologizing.
And I think, it needed overtime. It needed overtime, it looks like.
It didn't. 214. It depends where you got it. It closed at 213.5 at most books. So it was right. Very, very, very close. Depending where you bought it. But all right. Kong's Clip says, Jose, you're absolutely tripping. Says Denver is your champion this year. Joe Yurkovich with me on the under. I'm first half full game under. Wham Celtics team total over 110.5. Pistol Pete Sixers first half plus 4.5. And Jose is Celtics first quarter minus 2.5. And Harden under 21.5 points at minus 104. And Jose, can you move your head a bit so we can really see Embiid sobbing? There it is.
Yeah. You know where this picture's from, Jimmy.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Air Canada
broke him. Broke his ass. That's what they do. The 76ers fold like pancakes, man. Doc Rivers, let's all believe in Doc. He's going to win a series, right? Let's all believe in James Harden. Joel Embiid, he's out of shape all the time. He's fat. He's a sprained knee. Let's believe in these guys.
Before you go, how do you feel about the Heat matchup?
I hate playing the Heat. The Heat are a boogeyman for the Celtics. I still have PTSD flashbacks from Bam Adebayo's block on Jason Tatum in the bubble. I still can picture that in my head. That being said, I'm only focused on the 76ers because I hate 3 cities more than any other cities. In those power rankings, New York, Philadelphia, Los Angeles.
There we go. Now we're talking.
And I don't want them to be in this championship circle. I hope the Denver Nuggets wipe the floor with the Los Angeles Lakers. I hope LeBron gets his hopes up. Oh, Lonnie Walker, you did it, buddy. Oh, great. And then Jokic is going to come in, put his massive Siberian hog on top of Anthony Davis' little boy chest and dominate these guys. That being said, I also hope the fucking Suns win too, but who cares? It's anyone but the Lakers.
Jeez.
We'll move on.
Okay.
We move on to game 2 of tonight's NBA action, 10 p.m. Eastern. West semifinals, game 5. Series is tied at deuces. Suns, Nuggets at Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado. Take a look at the line history for this one and the cash flow. Sorry, let me move that over here. I have too many things up. Oh, shit. Let me move that over here. Okay. Let's go. First to the... Oh, my God. What the hell's going on? Sorry, I have too many things up. First to the line history here in this one. Get back to today's action. God, sorry, it's taking me a second. And here we go. We have Phoenix, Denver. Denver opening up at -5. They are now -6. At Pinnacle, you could have got in on the 5 until 12:21 a.m. It moved to 5.5 around midnight, and it moved to 6 at just over an hour ago. From a total perspective, this opened up at 228, and it's still right there, sitting at 228. Let's take a look at the cash flow for this one. On the total, 45% of tickets, 58% cash is on the under. It's not moved. On the spread, 72% of tickets and 98% of cash is on the Denver Nuggets. 98% of cash. Speaking of this total, it's a very high total for the pace of play, but efficiency has been strong from both teams. This series being played at 96.75 possessions a game. Suns this year played at 98.83 in the playoffs, 98.28. There's always talk that when Chris Paul's not in there, that the speed heightens. Chris Paul will not be available tonight. The Nuggets this year played at a pace 98.74 possessions a game, very similar to Phoenix, 2 places down the row, 24th in the NBA. And in the playoffs, they're playing slower, 95.67 possessions a game. So the Suns handled their business at home. They tied up the series at 2 with 129-124 win. Booker and Durant each had 36. Booker is playing out of his mind. 79.1% from the field over the last 2 games. 66.7% from 3. It's amazing. Landry Shamet has looked very good. 5 threes, had 4 in the 4th. Jokic went for 53 in the loss. Jamal Murray went for 28, but where was everybody else? Nowhere to be found. Joe Yurkovich got on early on Denver money line. Mike M's on Michael Porter Jr. double and says, "Write it down, Peter."
Mm-hmm.
Michael Porter Jr. double at plus 650.
Wow.
By the way, for those of you who don't know, Mike M is 2-0 on the Write It Down Peter play of the day. One was plus 300, one was plus 185. Pistol Pete Loshak, your thoughts on this one, Suns Nuggets?
Well, first of all, I wrote it down. Second of all, Troy Torrance says he dropped a quick cap on this game. Very confident on the Nuggets. Very confident on the Nuggets. My first thought was the most obvious, person who follows NBA for 2 seconds thought, which was Chris Paul's out. Another over. That might still be right. That was my first thought on it. Other than that, I was like, I'm just going to cap the hell out of the cappers. And as of right now, I want to hear what TrotWam has to say. But as of right now, I'm definitely thinking Denver, given those points, might still be worth a play.
Yep, that's how I took it, bro. I took it just like that. I took Denver -5, -120. I think you maybe still be able to get that, or maybe it's -130 or something around there. I don't know. But I love what Mike M just said, man. That's so intriguing, bro. You got a double last 2 games. I had to look that shit up. Man, that sounds good. And then I had the triple-double with Jokic last game, so he obviously took the rebounds that I wanted Jokic to have that triple-double. I think the triple-double is still live today, so that was the play that I was really on the edge with the triple-double. I had it last game. It's a little bit less juice than it was last game. It's at plus 110. I got it at plus 180 last game, so I think the line movement there is very interesting when props something like that happens. But the Mike M, write it down, definitely stopped me in my tracks there, because I think that guy may be able to get another double-double and fuck the triple-double for Jokic again. So I'm gonna stay away from that. But yeah, I'm on the Denver Nuggets, man. I think that they are going to be able to hold it down right here. The elevation is going to be able to a little bit stronger for those guys to be able to keep up. I think that Devin Booker and KD continue to have a crazy output of offense, though, so the over may be still in play here. I can only think over in between these two teams, just like you said, Jimmy, since Chris Paul has been gone, they've been averaging about 18 points, fast break points as far as the Suns, being able to get up and down the court without him pounding the air off the ball. So I like the over there too, but I just think that the Nuggets, Nuggets team total over was another thing I was considering here, but I was like you too, Pete. I don't think I'm scared of the points here, because I think it's just less things. It's less things to worry about for the Nuggets than it is for the Suns. They have to have crazy production from guys like from Warren, from Landry Shamet again. I mean, Landry Shamet pretty much saved them like a motherfucker. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna stay away from the team total. I think the Nuggets -5 is the play here for me. Shout out to my guy Ski. He said, "Do the right thing." That's what it is. I think that the right thing is definitely the Nuggets today, man.
Really?
What did you get the Nuggets at?
I got him at -5, -120.
That is a nice score on that. Danny Lopez looking at Ayton unders. What do you take from everything going on with Ayton in this? Is he just what is your take on it? Let me not set it up in any way.
No, you don't have to. I mean, people already know in the chat, man. Y'all follow me on Twitter. Y'all hear me on the Pub before. Y'all hear me on Who Bangin'. I talk about Ayton being a layup boy, a no dunk Don. He actually dunked the ball last game. Quite interesting here. Ayton, he's never going to show up for you. I feel like the situation with them having to sign him because of the restricted free agency and the Pacers just offering a crazy amount of money to them, Tim. I think that kind of like showed that they kind of really didn't want to pay him. They really didn't want to do all that. They kind of got forced to it. So he don't want to be there either. It's kind of shown, bro. Ayton is a layup boy, man. I'm sorry, y'all. People have been trying to stick up for him too, bro. You just see him. I can see the play over and over with Jokic getting all the putbacks and he just sitting in a damn out of bounds play, man. It's just ridiculous, man, what type of effort he's been able to do in the second round. So pack the Suns up based off of that, man. I don't think it had nothing to do with Chris Paul. I think it was a lot to do with him, and they don't have no bench. So Give me the Nuggets, man. You know, especially with the matchup within the MVP with Jokic against Ayton, bro. Like you said, like what do we have? What else do we have to say about that? You know, everybody see it.
Yeah, I don't know why I haven't already moved on the Nuggets. Like we're gonna have a similar situation tomorrow with the Warriors. So 98% of the cash is on the Nuggets today, but it's gonna be similar tomorrow. We don't have that listed what it is, but I already moved on the Warriors. I don't know why I guess I do know why, because when I think about the series, it's hard for me not to think that the Nuggets just didn't get any help in Game 4, but that will change at home. And we always talk about how at home the role players step up, where they sometimes struggle more to do that on the road. And even 6 is a fine number to get. Like if you cash your bet, the worst thing that can happen to me is, pushing. But I probably should have already moved on this. Wham on the Nuggets -5, -120. Kong's Clips is on Jokic, the Joker, triple double, and Denver to win. Mike M, the write it down Peter play today is Michael Porter Jr. double at +650. It is great having Ski in the chat. Ski, great to see you. So, Pistol, are you doing anything official here yourself?
I'm just gonna root the hell out of the Nuggets for all you and for the double. I'm just gonna pass. I got an NBA play official already. I'm just gonna hold off on this one.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. It's going to be a fun night of basketball. All these teams deserve to be playing right now, and these series are tied up at 2. I mean, it doesn't really get better than this. But I'm not on the Celtics. Let me just ask one last final question, Wham Bam. What about the Celtics? I know you're on the team total over, but why is there a difference in these two series where this is the one home team that you're not betting a side on with the Boston Celtics?
I disagree with Jose. I think that when he was talking that breakdown with Harden, talking all that shit, I looked at his how many points for him to get 30. It was +246. I really was liking that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I literally looked at it. I was like, how much money will I make with this? I ain't gonna lie. So I think that's the reason why I'm not on the side there, because I think that Harden, they figured the formula out, man. They don't have that many assets there. You can't really rely on McDaniels like you thought. He has to be the shooter, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't Niang. It ain't fucking you know what I mean? It ain't really Max. It got to be Harden. So I think he has to go crazy today again for them to be competitive.
I love it. Wham, thank you for taking the time to run with Pete and I on Tuesdays. We are both very thankful. Let's review all action. Wham Bam on the Celtics team total over 110.5. I'm on the first half and full game under. Loshak's on the Sixers first half +4.5 -105. I'm not going to take the Sixers team total under, and I don't like taking dogs team total under. And Troy says the difference is the market. I don't think it's that different. Celtics 52% of the tickets, 81% of the cash. If you focus on the public, like the legal American books, then you get a different line breakdown than if you focus on Pinnacle. But I wouldn't say it's too big of a difference personally here. But hearing Pete on the Sixers first half and Wham trusting or believing that Harden could step up here again. I'm comfortable where I stand. I do truly find this very similar to Game 2 when the Celtics' defensive intensity was heightened and the under cashed easily, even though the Celtics put up, I think, 121 or something in that game. We have BJ on a best bet 2-team parlay, Celtics money line, Nuggets money line for a big amount of cash. There's our guy Topset in the house, and Piker says he's heavy on the Harden over 30. So
yeah, that was funny to me.
Okay. All right. I feel you, Troy. And Joe Yerby says you can use the -1 run line calculator on Porter rebounds over 5.5 -195 in the double +650. You get +254. +254. North Ender says he thinks they're going to see a lot of Landale today. A lot of Big Jack. So that is Wham is on the Nuggets -5 at -120. I think I'll move on to a -6 here. I agree with this spot of the Nuggets role players stepping up. What was the big problem in Game 5? Game 4 won't be the big problem in Game 5, I guess. Michael Porter double plus 650 is the Mike M. Write it down, Peter, play of the day. And that is our NBA for today. Wham Bam, thank you for making the time for us. Please follow Wham on Twitter. He is such a fun follow at TrotWam. Please follow him and support him here and over at Who Bangin' Sports Talk, where Wham rolls. What's next for you this week, Wham Bam?
Yeah, man, we'll be back on here on next Tuesday, of course. And then you can catch me on Who Bangin' Sports Talk. I'll be doing another show when the Lakers play against the Warriors. We'll see where I'm fitting in. I haven't made my bet like you yet, so I'm still kind of torn in between the two. So we'll see what happens there. But other than that, man, go Lakers. We're going to cash that series prop for sure that we gave out last Tuesday. And today we're going to cash today, man. That way we get back in the black, bro.
I love it. I love it. There he is, Wham Bam 30-30 in the house.